The old Victorian house creaked and groaned, its weathered bones echoing with the secrets of the past. Sarah, a young and curious writer, had rented it for a month, hoping to find inspiration in its dusty corners and forgotten stories. One day, as she was working late, a strange noise drew her attention. It was a soft whisper, a voice that sounded eerily familiar. "Sarah," it said, her own name spoken in her own voice. She froze, her heart pounding. She looked around, but the room was empty. The voice, however, persisted. "Sarah, turn around," it urged. Slowly, she turned. In the dim light, she saw a figure standing in the doorway. It was a perfect replica of herself, down to the smallest detail. But as she moved closer, she noticed a vacant stare in its eyes, a chilling coldness in its gaze. The mimic began to speak, its voice a perfect imitation of hers. "You shouldn't have come here, Sarah," it said, its tone laced with menace. "This house has never meant for the living." Terror seized Sarah as she realized the danger she was in. She tried to scream, but the mimic was faster. It lunged at her, its hands outstretched. In a desperate attempt to escape, she fled the room, the mimic's chilling laughter echoing behind her. She raced through the house, the floorboards creaking beneath her feet. The mimic was gaining on her, its voice growing louder, more menacing. "You can't escape me, Sarah," it said. "I am you." Just as the mimic was about to grab her, Sarah stumbled upon a hidden door. She flung it open and slipped inside, slamming it shut behind her. She leaned against the cold, damp wall, panting heavily. The silence was deafening, broken only by the distant sound of the mimic's relentless pursuit. As she caught her breath, she heard her faint whisper, "You're safe now, Sarah." She looked up, startled. A frail old woman, her face etched with age, stood before her. "This house has a dark history," the woman whispered. "The mimic is a creature of a shadow, a twisted reflection of its victims." The woman handed Sarah a small, tarnished locket. "This will protect you," she said, her voice barely a whisper. With newfound courage, Sarah turned to the face of darkness. The mimic's voice echoed through the house, growing closer. "You can't hide from me, Sarah," it hissed. Sarah clutched the locket tightly and stepped into the darkness, ready to confront the creature that had stolen her voice and her peace.